My name is Optimus Prime. Autobots.
Yes, Christopher Thompson here, giving you the rundown. UFC on FuelTV, number 9. They'll be fighting out of Stockholm, Sweden, from the Ericsson Globe Arena. Check your local listings for Fuel. Central Time, I know they'll be kicking off at noon with the pre-show. 1 p.m. the fights will start. Catch a replay later in the night around 6 p.m. In the main event, we'll have Latifi taking on Gegard Mousasi. Recently, Gustafsson got cut in training, so he's out of the fight. Latifi comes up and takes his place. Latifi, he's fighting out of Malmo. He's there in Sweden. He also trains with Gustafsson, so he's been wanting to fill in for a while. Latifi is 29 years of age. He's 8-2. He comes in a well-rounded fighter, just same as Mousasi. He's also well-rounded. Mousasi comes in 27 years of age. His record is 33-3-2. He has a previous win over Mike Cow back in January of this year. Out of his last 7 fights, he's won 5, including a draw with Keith Jardine. So we'll be looking to see who wins that fight. My pick for the fight, I'm going to go with Mousasi. I feel like he's got more experience, and the experience will prevail, giving him the win. Looking for an interesting fight, though. Say run down this next fight. We got Ryan Couture versus Ross Pearson. Pearson coming off Ultimate Fighter Smash in Australia. His most recent fight was with Soteropoulos back in December. He won that fight. Pearson's record is 16-6. Instead of his last 6 fights, he's got a 50% win record. Ryan Couture coming out of Strikeforce. His record's 6-1. He's got great experience. He's also a son of Randy Couture. So he's fighting out of Las Vegas. He's won 4 of his last 5 fights. His most recent wins over KJ Noons by split decision. So here in this fight, I'm gonna be picking Pearson. I believe Pearson has a better track record. He's fought what I believe to be tougher competitors coming out of the UFC. So I think if he's able to establish the pace, you can take the fight from Couture. Say we'll break down Mitrione and DeFries. Say Mitrione, I believe he'll keep it on the feet and strike with DeFries. DeFries not that great of a striker, but I believe he's got a little ground game. Mitrione he's decent on the ground, but I see Mitrione keeping it standing, keeping the fight his, as long as he can stay out of trouble. I see Mitrione winning the fight. Next fight I'm looking at is Pickett versus Easton fight. This is a fight I have picked. It's been fight of the night. So Easton has a record of 13-2. He's great stand-up, great cardio, and he's won 3 out of his last 4 fights. He's been known he can take a pretty good punch. His stand-up is pretty versatile, using kicks, punches, very well-rounded there. He's also got a great ground game. If you see him fight, taking it to the ground. Pickett, he's a great boxer. His record's 23-7. His last fight, he lost to Weiland. Lost on decision. Out of his last 6 fights, he's won half. Like I said, he's got the great boxing skills. I look for him to actually. I'm thinking Pickett's going to want to take this one to the ground and change it up with the ground and pound. Mix it up with some standing. See if he can stay out of trouble. Stay away from Easton's kicks. So I'm looking forward to a good stand-up battle, though. So I look for Easton to take this one. So that's finished with the rundown for UFC. That's Saturday night on FuelTV. For you guys who want to catch the replay, catch them around 6 p.m. Recent news, UFC, LeVar Johnson failed a drug test. He was cut. Also, Bruce Leroy failed his drug test. And speaking of drug tests, we got Diaz and GSP. Just got their results back on the drug test. Both of them tested clean. So we don't have anything going on there. We do have the Diaz and GSP issue about the weight controversy in Canada. So it seems that GSP was, I guess, a few decimals over 170, and Diaz is wanting to protest that so he can get a rematch. So we see how that works out in the next few weeks. Also tonight, catch Bellator. I believe this is their ending up the season here. Friday night, check out Invicta. You'll be able to go to InvictaFC.com. They're fighting out of Kansas City, Missouri. So they'll have a pay-per-view online for $9.95. Got Chris Cyborg versus Mux Lau. Radley Beck versus Jess Mika. Also Sarah Kaufman versus Smith. I believe they have 10 other fights on the card. So if you're interested in Invicta, women's fighting, check that out. Also more UFC news. Melvin Gillard announced that he left the Black Zillions and said he's going back to work with Jackson. Don't think Jackson was privy to that information. So Gillard wound up with Team Grudge. Said yesterday he had his first workout with them. Also learned he may be scheduled to fight Mac Danzig in May on the Fox card. So we'll be following that, see what's up there. So more coming up for UFC. April 13th, we'll have the Ultimate Fighter finale in Vegas. Main event, Faber versus Jorgensen. Also, Misha Tate versus Kat Zingano. Brown versus Gonzaga. And a great fight I'm looking forward to is the Cole Miller versus Bartams fight. That'll be a great one. Plus, we'll get to see who takes home the six-figure contract from the Ultimate Fighter. Coming up just a week later, UFC, April 20th, fighting out of San Jose. We'll have a 155-pound title match. Got Henderson versus Melendez. So we got good stuff coming up there. Also a little bit of a rumor mill on World Series of Fighting. I'm hearing Tyson Nam versus Miguel Torres, possibly in August. There's nothing in concrete, but just a little rumor, a little bit of information to drop on you. So that's it for the rundown. Like I said, catch UFC FuelTV 9 this Saturday night. Catch me at Ultimate Expression, ULT Expression on Twitter. Also Facebook, facebook.com/Ultimate Expression. Friday, all day, we'll be announcing a few different things. So you want to be able to be sure to check our Facebook and check our Twitter feed for the announcements. Say we got some good news coming for you guys. That's it for me on the rundown. I'll catch you guys next time.